Hey everyone, it's Deb from Locked Up with History in the National Crime and Justice Museum at the Geelong Jail. I am back here today. It is the 12th of July, which means that I have another On This Day post for you today on one of our executed women. So on this day in 1826, 12th of July 1826, Bridget Fairless was executed for highway robbery. She's the only woman that was executed for highway robbery in Australia. The reason for this, she was with one of her companions, a man by the name of John Collins, on the 1st of June 1826, and they were walking the road between Sydney and Parramatta. They managed to convince a gentleman by the name of John Cubbett to give them a ride in his wagon, posing as husband and wife. While they were travelling towards the halfway point, which is where the Cheshire Cheese public house was, and that's where Cubbett was intending to spend the night before continuing his journey. They were being followed by another gentleman, which they didn't really take a lot of notice of until they actually got to the Cheshire Cheese public house. Now, Bridget and her companion, John Collins, went into the public house along with this other gentleman who had been following them, while Cubbett would basically put the horses in the paddock for the night. When they came back out, they convinced him to resaddle the horses and to continue on towards Parramatta. They'd only gone a little bit further down the road when they basically jumped Cubbett and robbed him of everything that he had on him. So this had, there was quite a quantity of Spanish coins, because in those days we didn't have a lot of currency here in Australia, so they actually used Spanish coins, and they would punch the centre of them out to use as holy dollars, so they would have different values. There was also some banknotes from the Bank of New South Wales. So they would leave him for dead, I suppose, and the Bridget and John Collins would be arrested in the Rocks area of Sydney the following morning, still having all of the coins in their possession. When it went through trial, they were found guilty and they would be sentenced to be executed at Sydney on the 12th of July 1826. It was recorded in the papers that the crowd was quite unruly and didn't behave as with the decorum that they should at an execution. But Bridget is one of the 25 women who have been executed in Australia that I talk about in my book, In Her Words. If you want Bridget's full story, then you can jump on there. Unfortunately, Bridget doesn't have a lot of a backstory. She was one of the free women, so she wasn't actually a convict. So we didn't have a lot of extra information on it. But if you want any information on the 25 executed women, please go and find my book, In Her Words. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.